What's up, Facebookers and YouTubers? I want to take this time to talk about something real that a lot of people don't take time to recognize, and we all should take time to recognize. Whether you're atheist, whether you're a Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, come on, we are all connected to this unperceivable force, this immovable absolute where true beauty, true justice, the whole truth resides. It is a real force. Whether you call it many names, people. You call it God, and from there, in your definition, you break it down. We as humans, we are like the atoms. When you read the scriptures, when you read the Bible, they said that man was put on this earth to give names. So that's what we do. We label ourselves. We label things that we don't understand until we understand them scientifically, religiously. They all go hand in hand. Philosophy, the love of wisdom. You read these holy books. You read these educational books. And people don't tend to read between the lines. They get caught up on the messengers, but you're not listening to the message. Whether you agree with me or not, deep down in your heart, deep down in your soul, there is a supernatural force controlling everything, aspect. Whether you call it consciousness, whether you call it God, whether you call it Allah, whatever you call it, it has many names, but we are interconnected. This is life that we're living, man. This is life that we're experiencing. The laws of attraction is very real. If you believe in the laws of attraction, if you believe in the Big Bang, as they said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. Let there be light. Bang, boom. It's a vibration. It's a sound. As I speak to you right now, I am actually vibrating through my vocal cords to make and project this sound. And maybe you need to study a lot harder, man. Let me get this food. Thank you, Daddy. But yo, it's definitely a topic worth talking about. Because you got to recognize whether you meditate, whether you pray, whether you have good will and good thoughts, which is called faith. If you believe, I believe in believing. That is what all the holy books and manuscript teach. Is, in the end, is believing. Come on, Daddy. He's messing me up. No. It's too early. Thank you, Daddy. But listen, love this man. I see God through him and his kind thoughts, kind works, you know. Faith without works is dead. You gotta work your body and you gotta push your limits in order to gain. That's what you gotta do in here. And in here too. But you gotta give thanks outside of yourself. You know what I mean? But be selfish with your time. Take time to get to know yourself, man. You'll be surprised, like, it's a scary thing when you get to know yourself. Then you start breaking down and you realize that you really don't know anything about yourself. So it's a constant improvement, but this is just a vessel. which contains the Spirit. What is the Spirit? We have so much education, so much indoctrination, whether you go to church or whatever you read, man. I mean, I respect that. You know what I mean? I respect what you think in the end of the day and what you believe in. We're all human. We all are sharing this experience, man. And to blame it on different religions, like terrorism. Oh, all terrorists are Muslims. You cannot add. Yo, use your common sense. This is why the news is like a joke to me. You cannot blame a religious belief and label it as terrorist. You cannot condemn another person, say, hey, they're going to hell, because they're not believing the same thing you're believing. We're all in this together, man. We're all learning. We as human beings, can we even comprehend the Most High? You know what I mean? We are the created. We are, and we're also creators. We are a reflection. So I challenge you as a human being on planet Earth. If you read books, right? And if you want to criticize somebody else's religion, take time to read those books and get to know what they are talking about, or what they praying about, or what they're willing to die about. Religion and politics are the two main things in this world that will get you killed quick. It's the truth. And my economic teacher told me that, and till this day I still believe it. And that's the wisest word he ever spoke to me, and it spoke out because it's the truth. You're condemning somebody to death already with that mind, saying that you're better than them, and you want to share, whether you're Christian, you want to share Jesus, whether you're a Muslim, you want to share Muhammad, whether you're Buddhist. Yeah, come on, man. The Buddhist people, the Buddhist monks, all day they spend all day praying. They eat healthy and clean, and they shun everything away. They give up everything for their God. Now, how beautiful is that, man? How dare you think you're better than them when they're living the most beautiful lifestyle, and it's so much sacrifice in that, man. There's so much beauty in different religions, man. Once you take the time to get to know your neighbor, once you get the time to get to know different cultures, man, because we're born here, we come alone, right? Or whether you're twin, triplet, I mean, you get what I'm saying, right? But we're not in it alone. And you got to respect people's cultures. You got to respect their religion, man. And you got to stop being a hypocrite. You know what I do? I read the Quran. It's beautiful. There's beauty in it, man. You know what? I read the Eightfold Path. Beauty in it. There's beauty in everything. And my God is the truth. And by God, you can break it down and come up with the definition of a higher being, a higher consciousness. Whether you believe you're atheist and you don't believe in God, yes, you are a believer, because you're still believing in a higher consciousness, in a higher force, a movable force that puts things together. Whether you call it, matter, atoms, whatever you give it, you're giving it a name. You can't see an atom, but you know it's there, right? You know it's there. You can't see it. Now, you can't even look at it through a microscope. Even those diagrams and graphs, that's just to help us out consciously. You cannot see it. And when you go into quantum physics, when you really educate your mind, instead of just being a hypocrite and talking because you're regurgitating everything that was taught beyond this for thousands of years of hate and ridicule and prejudice, we're in it together, man. We're all human. In the end of the day, man, get to know your neighbor. Read. God is in everything, man. God is everywhere. I'm using the word God, but you could substitute it for whatever. the absolute. Man, such a beautiful power. Just take time to recognize it, man. When you go out in nature, feel the warmth of the sun, and it'll give you goosebumps, because you know, whether you believe or not, you know that there is something greater than us. And we're all guessing. Whether, it doesn't matter how much you believe. When you believe in something, of course, it's very dear and holding to you, and you're sensitive and you want it to be the truth. But this experience, we got to gather all the truth that we can and come to our own understanding. But you cannot lean on your own understanding. So get understanding from a wise man. Get understanding by a foolish man. They both will teach you a lesson. Either you learn from the foolish man and stop being foolish yourself, or you learn from the wise man and start using your own head, using your own thoughts, man. I just want to give thanks and praise, man, because, yo, there's something great out there. And if you guys don't take the time to realize that, man, pure happiness, man. Take time, man, to exalt something outside yourself. And then when you do that, it comes down to here and here. This is an immovable force right here. The brain, when you break it down, the brain controls everything. I have a universe. This is a universe, man. Like, I'm here talking to you guys, but I have cells, I have veins, I have organs doing involuntary work, and like I can't control that, but I know it's there, and I know I need those things in order to be what I am, this vessel. So take a little bit of time, man, and really think about the spirit, the soul, the consciousness that connects us all as beings in this experience, and be glad that we can share it. We get caught up in stupid things, man. We get caught up in this messed up world where people getting bombed and terrorism, and you know what happened in France, man. But this is nothing new, man. Since the dawn of time, we've been doing this to each other, and we can stop this together. We can stop this, or at least try to better ourselves, man. Just do that, man. I challenge you to challenge yourself and challenge your mind.